freshers, and I was like, I don't know if I even want to go freshers. People you meet on your first week aren't going to be your best mates.
Yeah, exactly.
My faith is the centre of like my uni experience, essentially.
Are we all ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got my friends with me. You may have seen them before, but in case you haven't, I'm going to introduce them. So here to my left we have Paris. Say hey.
Hi.
Oh no.
Until we have Becca.
Hey.
Today I thought it'd be cute to do a little how to survive first year of uni video, because you know we've all survived it, we've all lived through it. Just about. So yeah. No, literally Karis has just finished her first year of uni. So I thought, yes, she'd be perfect for this video.
Still learning.
In a pandemic.
In a pandemic, there's that too. So for those of you watching who may be going to uni or thinking about going to uni and you want to know like how do I get through it, like what is it really like, then we're here to tell you our honest experiences. By the way, they have no idea what I'm going to ask or what I'm going to say, so this is going to be natural and raw, so we're just going to run it. But Karis, how did you feel like coming to uni? Like what did you expect, and do you feel like it lived up to your expectations?
Well, I'm from Essex, so I moved up to Liverpool, which is like 6 hours away, so it's quite a big jump. But to be honest, I was quite nervous, to be fair, because I was like, you know, they put so much emphasis on freshers, and I was like, I don't know if I even want to go freshers, because like I was so nervous and like anxious. So I was like, But to be honest, my sister lives up in Liverpool, so
shout out to you, Megan.
Thankfully, she was a lot more comforting, because basically I lived with her for the first year instead of halls. But I'm moving into halls now because I feel a lot more confident and more happy. But basically, I just wouldn't think about it until you go, because
yeah, exactly.
Everything you think, you're not. It's not going to be what you think. You just have to go and like.
Yeah, so true. And I feel like you know, they paint this picture of like what uni's like, and especially for us, I feel like from being from the UK, we don't really get the UK version on TV. We see the American like sororities and all that kind of stuff. So it's like you just have to go in with it and just like take it as it comes.
People you meet on your first week aren't going to be your best mates.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably not.
Like you don't have to worry about that. And like if you want to go freshers, go freshers. If you don't, like don't feel pressured to. Like I'd advise like, if you do, try and make friends with someone and then get in with their flat, because obviously I wasn't living in a flat, so I was like, I've not got anyone to go out with or like even just hang out with. So I made a friend from church, and she actually had a whole flat, and then I ended up becoming friends with her whole flatmate, and that meant I could stay over there and practically live in her flat for a bit, so that was helpful. Like
what you said about like the first week of uni, and like you meet all these people and you just don't really see them again.
I don't remember their names.
Yeah, literally, you're just there to get in. Like how do you feel like it was for you, like your first week of uni?
Oh, it's just hectic.
It's
just
a lot.
Busy. Like I think, well, I had a very different experience because I was in hall. It's a weird thing anyway, being thrown into a flat with what 4 or 5 people, and then you're kind of forced to be friends. Like, and if you don't get on, that's kind of a bit awkward.
Right.
So I don't know, but I think they all wanted to go out for freshers. They were going out like every single night for freshers. I did like 2, and then I was like, yeah, that's.
It gets exhausting, doesn't it? Yeah.
To be fair, I think a lot of freshers is literally just finding the confidence to just go and speak to people.
Yeah,
like, if you can speak to people,
you just have to throw yourself into
things. Like we had a guy from the flat above us who literally on like the first night freshers came down. He was like, hey, do you want to come around for prees? Like we're gonna go out and like. Chill,
like I said, everyone's in the same boat, so everyone is going to be like, hey, do you want to like, everyone is.
I feel like that's the thing. I feel like that's the difference from, I guess, college or sixth form going into uni. I feel like in sixth form people may have their friendship groups and stuff like that from like secondary school, high school, but then at university it's just a fresh start, and especially if you're moving to another city,
isn't it? Like when they go to uni, a lot of people just want something new and a fresh start anyway. So people are very open to meeting new people. I don't think that's like a
exactly. And I feel like there's not such thing as being like a best friend in like your first week of uni. Like you can talk to anyone, you can do whatever you please. Like you can, you know, people that you thought you wouldn't socialise with, you can try to do that. You know, if you did think you could like be quite confident and open and speak to people. Well, people don't know your past, they don't know who you are prior to coming to uni.
I always say like, if people don't know who you are, for me, because I think I'm shy, but people don't think I'm shy, but it's because I fake confidence, and when you meet new people and you fake confidence, they're not going to know any difference, and they're going to be like, oh.
Exactly, that's who she is. That's fake till you make it.
But also like, if you're not making friends in the first few weeks, if you're not making friends in the first weeks, don't like sweat, like, because I didn't make my best friend who I've made from uni, didn't really meet her until like 3-4 weeks into uni.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just don't get hung up on like if you've not made friends within the first week. Like, oh my goodness, like it will come. Like
it will definitely come.
Yeah.
Another tip is if you're before moving in, sometimes they have group chats online where you can find who you're living with.
Right. Yeah.
And you can start to get to know them beforehand, like before you go, so you can start to get to know them. You know, so then you have an idea of who you're living with, which is good.
Yeah, we had weird chats online. We found that like you find out a lot about them.
Yeah, for us it was like, I remember for my first year, I feel like Facebook came in handy because I don't really use Facebook like that.
Yeah.
But apparently everyone
That's
has
so
it,
true.
so I was just like, right, I'm gonna have to use this social media platform again because I didn't really before.
And
it was
there's
just so
everything on there though, isn't there?
literally like you have people like from your course, you have the course group chats, you have like, you know, people
the
that live
whole
in your
accommodation.
halls.
Yeah,
exactly.
The whole accommodation chat.
So it was quite helpful
Yeah.
in that sense because you can put like names to faces. And I remember like when I walked in, because I lived in halls as well, and I was seeing people that I'd seen on Facebook, and I was like, oh, you're that person.
You're that player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's kind of
It was definitely nice. I
familiarity,
think
so it
we
helped.
had that, and it was so
Most
much nicer. We could
definitely.
just get to know each other, like, oh, like just simple, like, do you have any allergies?
No.
Alright, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough, that's good to know. And then
I'll talk about freshers because you touched up on that. I feel like it's not all it's cut out to be. So if you don't have the
it's
amazing,
so overrated.
yeah, so overrated. I didn't even like mine. I
No.
thought it was quite boring. Like I wasn't really into it. I did this whole thing like before going to uni, and everyone was talking about a wristband. You have to get this wristband.
The wristband where you get into every single
Waste of money.
Yeah.
It was like 50 quid.
Yeah, literally, mine was like 60. It was awful. And I remember telling my mum beforehand, I was like, oh, I need to get this wristband. Like, everyone's going to have it. I don't want to miss out. Absolute waste of money. I think I went to 2 events.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like both. Like, I went home early. Like, and I ended up not
They're such
going
bad
to them.
events as well.
They're so rubbish. Like, they're so cringy as well. Like, it's, I feel like because
I
the
think
uni
it's
puts
'cause
it
no
on.
one knows anyone, so it's all just a bit of a...
Yeah.
It's just mad.
Let's all like jump on a bus and go together. Like, it's just
Yeah.
really, it was weird. I was just like, oh.
Very
Funny
strange.
story, like,
Just into it.
because I obviously, do you know, I love a night out, but like it just freshers wasn't for me because I was just like,
Same.
So
it was just a bit, it was
overwhelming.
a bit overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
And personally, I was like, moving anyway, I was just a bit like, I need to just adjust and be kind to myself. But we had like a first week of like induction lectures in our course, and that was during freshers. And every day, I kind of made these friends, and everyone would be like, oh, so where'd you go out last night? And I was like, oh, trying to like learn the names of all the clubs in Liverpool, and I was like, oh yeah, Black Rabbit, and they were like, oh, we were there too, but I've seen you. I was like, yeah.
No.
And literally the whole week, and then I'd come in and be like, oh, I'm so tired. I was up so late last night, like didn't get back to like 5 in the morning. They're like, oh, me too. I literally made it all up because that was all I could talk about.
Easier, yeah.
It's
It's
not
a
to
bit
talk
annoying
about.
not seeing the
Yeah.
conversation. That's
gets a bit
almost
boring.
like the only
Passes.
reason to go.
Yeah, it gets
That
like
is
old, doesn't it?
It's
But it
just,
passes after that, and no one cares.
No one,
No,
yeah,
oh,
no
it
one
is
actually
literally. To be fair, like
I was
people
having
go out
naps
a lot.
freshest night.
Do you know what I
Just
mean?
so
Like, just go to
so,
bed, just
yeah.
chilling, yeah.
I just wanted to like chill in the flat.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get to know who I was living with for the
And
next
to be
year,
honest,
but they
once I
always
made
go out.
friends, then I was like, okay, now it's nice to like, not every night, but like if I did want to go on a night out, like I'd go with people I trusted and like had mates to actually
Yeah.
enjoy it with,
That's the
rather than
thing.
just force
I
myself
think
to go
that's
with
the
strangers.
scary thing about freshers though, is that you don't know them. So it's
Yeah.
I'm very
Literally
hot and
don't know
like
them.
I want to be out with people who I trust and
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I know could like be a good friend in weird situations and it's
Yeah,
like,
like
I
be
don't know
there
these
for you
people,
as well. Like, yeah, I thought like people in my course would be great. Like we'd always go to uni together, and like we have the same interests, like all into media and this and that. So of course we're going to be friends. And I hardly spoke to those people. I think there was maybe like 2 people I had that were my go-tos.
I only got close to like we only got like a friendship group with our uni girls in the last year. That was,
yeah,
like,
when it
6
counted,
nights. And we
literally.
were just like all crying together in the library, like.
And that's what I feel like. That's what people in your course are good for. Like when you've missed a lecture, or not advising you do that, go to all of
Please,
them.
can you sign me in?
Yeah, literally. Or
Yeah.
like just like fill you in, or like I have no idea what this assignment was about.
No.
Did you get what the lecturer was saying? Because I
Yeah.
didn't. And like you can help each other in that sense.
But I don't like. How often were you in uni though? Because I was only in uni like 2 or 3 days a week.
3
See,
days.
I have
So I
like
didn't see them as like.
I was in, like,
often
4
as a thing.
times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
first year I was in loads. I was like, this is
Really?
intense. Yeah, and I don't know. I think you know why? Because I did both. So I did English literature, communication, and media. So it was like for media, maybe I would have been in like twice, but then I feel like for English, like that filled in all the gaps. So you guys want to say what you studied?
Oh yeah.
I did media production. Well, did.
She's going on like she's graduated. She's like, yeah,
I'm out.
I'm doing media production, which is basically just filming and pretty much it.
Yeah, no, she's not really bigging herself up, but I'll link down below her personal projects. that
Oh,
she's doing.
that's nice.
Go on.
Sorry.
She's like, oh, go ahead.
I did events management. Just graduate.
Just graduate. We love to see it.
Yeah.
But, do you guys have any advice for people that want to like do similar things? So for you, media, for you, like events, because I'm sure there's people watching that probably like want to get into that. So
Don't. To be honest, for me, I didn't necessarily need to go. That sounds really like cocky, but like I didn't really like for things like media. Like you don't necessarily have to go to uni for it. It's a very like open subject where you can just, do you know what I mean, get an apprenticeship, do this. Like, it's not the end all if you need to go uni or not. Like for me, it was more just
for any
that for anything.
Just
unless
it was
it's
just like
a set route, like medics and stuff.
It was just like I wanted time to just, you know, because this gave me like 3 years to just not have to throw myself in and get a job yet. Like it gives me time. It also gives me time because it's not such a heavy course. I can work on my own freelance projects more. And it also meant I could move up to Liverpool without, it kind of made it cheaper in a sense because I got a student loan to rent instead of having to work a full-time job to pay for rent out here and like make new friends and just new opportunities. I love it, to be fair. Like I'm loving it. But everyone's different. Like whatever you do, I think it's not the end all if you go uni or not for like, especially like my kind of course or like any kind of course, to be honest. But
exactly. But if you do go to uni, I feel like make the most of it. Yeah, it's like 3 years that you'll never get again.
From my point of view, if someone asked me how's uni, that's like we were talking about as well. Like it's like the bottom of the list of things that you're doing. Like
honestly,
like my uni experience was not about uni. Like my uni experience has been, I mean, for a lot of people, I'd say it's like their route to independence. Like that's like their kind of way out. Like
food shops.
My great auntie always says uni is like walking out the door but not slamming it shut. Like you can go back in home, you can like still rely and be a bit dependent on your parents, but it's a way for you to just kind of like I've completely like made a life for myself up here. Do you know what I mean? For me, it was like it's similar to Karis. You don't need to do a degree for that. It's been great to get a degree, and like the things I've learned have been really valuable, and work for loads of different things, not just specifically events. Like we've got the management, marketing, business, human resources. Like you've got everything in there. So it's valuable in that, but I think for me it was more of a case of like, this is my opportunity. It is what Cara said, like new opportunities to like essentially start fresh, build a new life.
Like, you can do societies, not societies.
Yeah, like there's
clubs.
more to it than
there's
just
loads of clubs you can join.
exactly.
So I didn't do the first year, but this going into I want to join the dance society and like just think it makes new groups of friends. Like you can have friends from this club, but then friends from flatmates, but then friends from uni, and then just so many different people you get to meet and learn from. It's just fun.
You do decide to go to uni, employers look for what you've done during that time.
Yes.
So it just goes to show that it's not just about having a piece of paper that says you've graduated, although that is an accomplishment and I won't take away from it, but there's so much more that you can do in those 3 years.
But also what happens when you finish a degree and that you haven't got uni, what life have you got left?
Exactly.
Like once you take the degree away from it, like once you've graduated, like if you've kind of not really built a life for yourself, or if you've not really done anything bar uni, you're kind of then just stuck in a city which you know, but like you've got nothing really tying you there, and then it's just what do you do with that? So I think I don't think uni is just about a degree. I think it's more about what are you doing outside of it.
Exactly.
Who are you building relationships with, who are your friends,
and who's the person you're becoming and who's the person you want to be. And I feel like there's stepping stones for that. Like uni is a great time to figure that out.
I do believe that. I do think that like uni is an opportunity for you to just, I was a different person before I came to uni, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it really like it is just, you kind of are just left to your own devices to just figure it out.
And I feel like for us, like I think going to church and like deciding, you know, it's on your own back to go to church and like find your faith for yourself was like really, I thought, impactful. And I feel like it changed the way I saw a lot of things. I wasn't dedicated to attending the church basically. I was kind of just like, I'm a Christian, I'm fine. I don't need to go every single Sunday to still be a Christian. But then I saw the difference it made that in third year I decided to, and it's literally changed my life for the better. And like I met these girls through church, and I feel like making this decision to go to church, if you are Christian, I don't want to anyone,
go
but
to church.
do you know what I mean? But pursue your faith, like, and making that a priority is so important. And I feel like it
for sure.
It makes
that's
such
what
a difference.
that's what I mean. Like that's where I found it. That's where I grew on it. That's where I became. That's where I became who I was in my faith. Like I just don't, like without uni I just wouldn't have had that. And for me, that's been my biggest takeaway from uni. Like the degree is great. The living alone is great. but my faith has been a thing which is like, okay, this is why I came to the city. Like there was a purpose here for me.
Exactly.
This is why I'm here. Like that's my reason. So but whether or not you have a faith or not, I think that's just the emphasis on find something outside of uni to do. Just do something.
Invest into it.
Like find something
I'd
to
also
invest
say,
in yourself.
like, definitely, like, obviously it depends on you, but personally, like, for me, so I got accepted into Bournemouth Arts University, which was like the top filmmaker like uni. Got an interview, got in, and I was like, I could go there because the course was like top notch, like best in the country. But then Liverpool was like, the course was alright, but the city just did it for me. I think it's up to you. I think you need to weigh up what you want more. Like, you know, do you want to invest more into your course, or like for me, it was like, well, I still get a good course out of this, but the city, I will just thrive. I can see myself thriving in the city. I think
I love that.
Definitely like look into the city and what it offers and stuff, and not just the course. So
Amazing. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks so much for encouraging being on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, and I'll leave their social medias down below. If you guys want to give them a cheeky little follow. And yeah, see you guys soon. Bye.
Peace.
Pull the key out the ignition, run your mouth but I never listen.